there, it's Amy Kunkel here with crazybeautiful.com. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm going to show you today how to do just kind of a unique colored flower using your Stampin' Up! Inks. And this is the Flower Patch stamp set and bundle, the Flower Fair framelets. We're going to be using this stamp from the stamp set and this framelit, and I have gone and put a sticky note up here at the top, and that's just going to remind me where the top of my flower is. And then I've also just put a little dimensional on the top of my stamp set so that every time I know I am stamping in the same direction. I'm using crushed curry and Calypso coral, and I'm going to just lightly ink it up with my crushed curry and stamp off. Okay, I'm gonna put a piece of scrap paper under here to stamp off with, because I want to stamp off, but I still want a nice clean image, an even image. So I'm gonna stamp off there and then stamp here, and I'm gonna do 3 flowers. And doing 3 flowers will kind of allow me to play around a little bit and have fun with this technique. Now I'm gonna do a little bit of a rock and roll on here, and then I'm just gonna take a tissue and dab it a little bit because I want more concentrated color towards the outside of the flower petal. So I'm gonna kind of remove, I'm actually gonna just wipe that right off of the middle, but then I'm gonna just dab it a little bit more to blend that line. Okay, trying to stay in the view of the camera here. And I'm gonna repeat this on all of the flowers. And remember, I put that sticky note, or I put that little thing at the top so I knew where I was going every time. I'm just going to kind of clean that off, wipe that off to the side, and do that again. I had a tissue, but I'm going to get rid of my tissue and grab a paper towel because there's not as much lint as there was on my tissue. So you're going to just do your best to line that up so that you're stamping, and you can see how the edges are getting a little bit darker. And you can even kind of keep going over it. The more you go over it, especially with a thin layer of the same color, will blend it. So you'll see what I'm kind of doing. You can even do a stamped off layer before you do a full color layer like this. We could stamp off and then do another layer of color. Just really depends on how much color you want. And there we go. I'm going to switch now to my Calypso coral ink. And I'm just going to clean this off with a little bit of water real quick. Okay, now we really just want the Calypso coral on the edges here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp off first, and then I'm going to do that kind of technique where I dabbed it away. You can huff on it to give it a little bit more moisture, and then we're gonna do this layer. Okay, there we go. So you're gonna kind of do that again with all the flowers, and you can do a stamped off version like I did there, and then on top of this, the last layer that I'm gonna do is a full inked version of the Calypso coral. So you can look at your stamp and see where your ink is and make sure your lines are blended nicely before stamping. And you can also watch as the ink transfers. So there you go. That one was a little bright. I might just try to do this one without re-inking. There you go. And we're going to finish these up. Okay, then we're going to get our Big Shot, and I like to just cut these apart a little bit before I run them through so that I can do them one at a time, and this will line up. Just remember which was the top of your flower when you go to run it through. There we go. Okay, there we go. So thanks for joining me. I hope that you like these flowers. They're kind of graphic, kind of Hawaiian this morning. And be sure to subscribe to my blog and hop over, be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel and hop over to my blog to see another card design with the same flowers. Thanks so much. Have a great day.